What is up, YouTube? This is Set for RR34 coming to you guys live once again with another video. So, answering a question. When you guys asked the question about, do I believe that Donald Trump, if he would call in the National Guard or the Army, round people up? And I made a video about that. And I wouldn't have made that video and I wouldn't have said what I said if I didn't believe that he was going to do that. You have to remember, America, that a lot of the people, a lot of these illegal immigrants, there's a lot of them. It's a lot. You're not talking about a couple 100,000 people. You're talking about a couple million people. And what you're watching on the news is this thing is revving up. It's revving up. It's getting up there. And eventually it gets to a boiling point to where the pot can no longer hold that pressure. Donald Trump is making all these laws. Not laws, but he's enhancing the laws that are already on the books. He's getting the enforcement set up so these laws can be enforced. He's sending out the task force so they can go, and do what they have to do. These people have never been under this type of attack, under this type of pressure before. Do you know what it's like not to be safe? To have that fear that you're going to work and ICE might pick you up? Do you know what it feels like to know, you may lose, your mom might get picked up and taken and sent to Mexico or Salvador? Those people are living under fear right now. And that is a major thing. What happens when you push a dog into a corner? The only choice that he's going to have is to fight back. What is that noise? I think it's my laptop. But the only choice that dog is going to have is to fight back. These people feel entitled that they're here. And they have no permission to be here, but they feel entitled. Then you have other people that are legal, that have permission to be here, and they're taking the sides. They're taking the side of a lot of these illegal immigrants. They're living here, they're working here, but they still have an allegiance to their country. And then you have the immigrants that came here that are Americans. They got naturalized, they're Americans. Okay? Because if you watch videos, like when I watch videos and I look at these rallies and you really dig into them and you go to their Twitter and you see what they're saying, these people are saying a lot of stuff. And they're trying to tie black people up into their fight. This is not our fight. This is your fight. We did our fighting with Martin Luther King. We're good. Did you guys see that skit of George Lopez when he was in the comedy club and he made fun of this, she was like a black Cuban lady? That's how they really feel. People don't just say that people want to put that in the perspective and say, oh, that was just comedy. That was not comedy. That was really how those Latinos feel. Don't marry a black person and don't park in front of our houses. That sounds funny to the audience, but when you're looking at that, it's comedy. And a lot of the times when you're speaking in comedy, people say what's really on their mind, and that's really what was on his mind. But you gotta let people stand on their own feet, because these people have been protected, they've been given privileges, they've been given money, they've been given all sorts of stuff, and people are tired of it. So do I think, yeah, if these people get out of hand and start rioting and destroying property, and it goes on for like a night or 2 nights, and it gets really bad, believe me, you're going to see the National Guard come in. And when the National Guard come in, they're going to round people up. Listen to what I'm telling you. They're going to round them up. And they are going to deport a whole bunch of these people. That's why I'm telling you, if you're watching this video right now, and I said it and I'll say it again, if you have your papers and if you get caught with those people out there when that shit happens, you're going to lose your citizenship. Because Donald Trump already said that if you go around and burn the flag, you will lose your citizenship. Period. You don't think he's going to do that? What makes you think that he's joking about that? I read reports where it was said that there was an idea floating around about using the Army or the National Guard. What makes you think that that's not true? I told you guys to do research and to research that president that he has that picture of or portrait above his desk. And Donald Trump keeps referring to himself as the next Andrew Jackson. That's why I'm telling you, you need to look and see the history of Andrew Jackson. Go on YouTube and type in Andrew Jackson, and they have some documentaries in there. And I would suggest that you watch those documentaries so you can see what he did to the Native American, what his views were on black people at the time, and the banks. Donald Trump's agenda, or whatever he's planning on doing, his agenda has nothing to do with black people. He wants, all I can tell you is all he's interested in is in bringing down the crime and helping these communities out. That's what he's trying to do, because we don't need more crime. We need more positive people doing positive things to impact the economy so we can make America great again. The only thing that's hindering that are these illegal immigrants that have all these jobs and have all these rights. That's why that fight is happening right now. And the Democrats are going to do everything they can to try to stop it, because they want America to be a third world country. I've already told you guys all this stuff that I'm talking about right now. I've already said in my videos. America is supposed to be a third world country. We're supposed to be like Mexico. But because Donald Trump then stepped in, stopped it, screwed up their whole plan. They wanted to get rid of your gun rights. They wanted to get rid of your First Amendment. They wanted to turn this into a third world country where the politicians are the elite and the people are nobodies. They're just peasants. So yeah, do I believe that he's going to do it? Of course. All they got to do is get out there and start damaging property and rioting for like a day or two, and believe me, the National Guard will be called in. But when they get called in, they're going to round those people up. They're going to start searching for papers. They're going to start looking for things. They're going to start thinking. Believe me, all he needs is the right event to happen. That's it. And then you're gonna be tuned in on the news. It's gonna happen in one of these cities. You're gonna be watching it. You're gonna be sitting home watching it on the news. Wow, they're deporting all these people, and the Democrats are gonna be screaming and yelling about it. Tough. You guys shouldn't have been out there. What the hell were you doing? That's why I said this is not my fight. Now it's time for them to feel the fire under their asses now. Now they got to see what it's like. For them feeling entitled and, like I said, talking shit about white people, talking shit about black people behind our backs, talking shit to Chinese people, talking shit about Korean people. Believe me, they talk all sorts of shit. And believe me, I know, because I go to these little stores and stuff, and I act like I'm dumb. I just act, but I'm hearing these, and I'm hearing what they're saying. So yeah, it's gonna happen, honey, purple honey. It's gonna happen. You're gonna be sitting at home and you're gonna see it. You're gonna see the National Guard or the Army come in, round those people up at whatever this protest or event that's gonna cause this thing to spill over into a riot. And it may be because of an executive order. It may be because he doesn't sign DACA. It may be any of those things could spark that in a second. Because you have to remember, these people don't have no 3rd grade or 6th grade education. So what do you expect? How does a person who doesn't have an education, how do they respond? With anger. They're going to feel like America betrayed them. How the fuck did America betray you? You guys weren't even supposed to be here, and we gave you privileges, we gave you rights. They did all sorts of shit. Not we. The Democrats did that because they had there's an agenda as to why they were doing that. To subsidize employment, to subsidize workers, to subsidize paying high wages to people. That's why they did all that. That's why I'm telling you that that's going to happen. You're going to see that in the future. You know? Because believe me, I'm not just, like, when I'm here, I'm working. I'm working. I'm looking for reports. I'm diving into Twitters, going into and trying to find out and see what these people are planning on doing. That's why when I say YouTube is hard, it's hard. It's not like you can just sit down and, oh my God. No, you have to be, I'm working like 14, 15, 16 hours a day. I don't go to sleep sometimes until 2 o'clock in the morning, and then I wake up at 6. Because I'm used to that. You know? And a lot of people have been asking me, oh, well, how much have you made? Or how much are you making? I just cleared about $400. And I've been doing this for about maybe three or 4 weeks almost. I think 3 weeks. About a month maybe. But the more work you put into it, the more subscribers you get. And when you get the more subscribers, you get more views. And, you know, you just have to keep at it. You have to keep at it because you can't just count on the ad revenue to supplement. You got to put affiliates. You even have to ask your subscribers to donate and help. But you got to have goals. You have to have goals. You have to, you know, like, you can't just say, oh, send me a donation, you know. No. What the fuck are you going to do with the money? What are you planning on doing? You know, because you see a lot of YouTubers and they say, oh, I need a camera and a mic and this and that, and they go get the camera and the mic, and then they use that money as if it's like their income. What are you doing to spread it? How are you going to make yourself bigger? How are you going to expand? Because the way I look at it as it's like you're getting capital to invest in your business to expand the business. Eventually you want to get it to the point to where you don't need to ask for donations. It's self-sufficient. The business is able to run itself. But a lot of people don't understand how businesses work. So yeah, Purple Honey, he's going to do it. If these people step out of line and they start rioting and you start seeing them really like it has to get to like Rodney King status, and they can get it to that. There's enough of them, especially in California, in Los Angeles. There's more. There's 10 times. There's more than enough people to get it to that level, to where they got to cover, where the governor would have to ask for the National Guard to step in. It can happen. It is possible. There is a possibility that it can happen. You know, so I hope that answers your question. You know, if I see any other good questions, I'll go ahead and respond. But yeah, so there you go. So other than that, people, remember, like and subscribe, hit the bell, join the Twitter. I got a Facebook now. Get on there, chop it up. I'm going to be making groups and all that other stuff. So stay tuned for that. And each of you have yourselves a very good afternoon. And I think I'll probably have like maybe one more report, maybe 2. I'm still kind of looking to see what else is out there that's worthwhile. All right, peace out.